think in high school, like coming to high school, I definitely gravitated towards, of course, fellow Filipino immigrants. So I was very happy that, you know, in my first couple of years in Westmore, I was able to meet friends who were also like recent immigrants, because we had the same experiences of adjusting, of like just getting to know the culture here, you know, of missing the Philippines, missing our relatives and our friends. So that definitely helped me feel supported and feel welcomed, having people who experience the same thing as I was experiencing. And then since also I really like studying, I also, you know, made friends with people who were kind of like in the advanced classes. So that also helped, like just being able to also enjoy like studying with friends, like I guess like going to each other's houses to like um, to do our projects, our homework. So and then I also joined a couple of sports teams to just to try it out, even though I wasn't really athletic. But I just thought, you know, for fun, and just to become active. So those were, I think, activities that I did in high school that made me kind of find my niche and make friends. I think in terms of identity, I didn't really consciously think about that until I became more active in the community, until I volunteered in different organizations. One of the ways that I found those organizations was actually just through volunteer hours. Westmore had this thing about like if you are able to fulfill a certain hours of volunteering, you get a certificate or an award. So at first it was just about that, you know, like trying to fulfill that requirement. But as I volunteered more, I found the Filipino Community Center in San Francisco, an Excelsior district. And there I also met fellow immigrants too, who were kind of struggling in school, who needed to be tutored in like SATs in classes. So through that volunteer work, it wasn't just after like hearing their stories and their family stories and their struggles, I realized that there are similar stories. Kind of made me question about like, why do Filipinos need to move from the Philippines in the first place? I was struggling with like, yeah, you know, like Filipinos in the US are not, it's not like a life of like just comfort. You know, there were parents who were working multiple jobs, and so the youth that I was working with wouldn't have any, like would have a hard time like getting guidance from their parents because they're not around. And also the fact that like it's a different culture, educational system culture from the Philippines, it was also very difficult for them. So I was just questioning, you know, why did we have to go through this? You know, why couldn't just we have stayed in our homeland? So those questions remain.